This is Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search for my site. It's a personal message for John. John, you used PayPal and your bank to settle a dispute with Prefix. And because we're a service and not a physical product, we lost. Prefix lost, you won. The fight is not over. I've sent you a link to my delinquency page. Now let me tell you what that link is. You will see a few names on there. Those people stiffed me. They used my pedicab services. That means I got on a bicycle, which is not a bicycle. It has 3 wheels, therefore it is tricycle. And I pedaled these people around New York City. They were obligated to pay me. I negotiated price in advance. This was not a scam. This was my legitimate work, and work that looks like work. And they had the opportunity to pay me by an invoice in a very similar way to you. There was no company involved. The invoice came from me personally, Tom Duty, and they didn't pay me. They went on to my blog. Their names went onto my blog, and I chased them, and today they have remained delinquent. Your name will be added to that list, and I'm giving you the opportunity to never see that list. You will first appear as John. You will then appear as John with your last name. You will then appear as John with your last name plus your phone number. You will then appear with John plus your last name plus your phone number plus your email address. I am trying to get you to pay us for the legitimate work that we have done. Prefix is owed money for the services provided to you. You can now pay this debt, which was $100. It is now $120 because of the penalty PayPal has gigged us. You are now obligated for that penalty. So the price is going up, John, and this is not like unsecured debt or credit cards that they eventually settle for, 40%. That will not happen because I don't care enough to accept a partial payment from you. I'd rather have your name write it out on my blog, and you can live in infamy on my blog along with the other people who stiffed me for pedicab services. So I have considered this, that you are not the person you claim to be. You didn't use a name like Mickey Mouse. You used someone who I believe is someone. And if you are not that person, and I decide to find that person you claim to be when you accepted our services, yet you failed to pay for, and I'm able to find that person, make my way to their community to win a small claims court judgment. I'll present myself in front of a judge. There aren't no attorneys. I got a couple of meals for a round trip to wherever I find that person with the name you've given us, and I'll get a judgment against that person, even though it's not you. You're off the hook, right? No, you're not, because now you are guilty of identity theft, because then this person you claim to be has a judgment in small claims court against him, and you claim to be that person, but you're not. So this $120 should begin looking like a deal. If it doesn't, then write it out. I've got time on my hands, John. Spend some time on my blog. Look at the time that I spend doing bullshit. All the thoughts that go on in my head get written, get recorded, get out there on my blog. Nobody has leisure time retired people have leisure time like I do. So getting on a Greyhound bus and schlepping my ass to wherever you live or wherever I find a John with the name that you've given us to win in small claims court. John winning in small claims court is a no-brainer. I will be awarded a judgment for $120. I present the documents that I have. Now, you can show up to attempt to declare that you don't owe the money. You won't. I'll win. And it'll be on record that the name of the person you gave me now owes me money, owes Prefix money, and we'll go from there. at the moment, you have the opportunity to pay it for $120. It will never be less. That invoice for $120 will be open for, maybe a week until I decide to cancel it. After it's canceled, you will never pay the debt for less than $120. I might be generous and add 25 cents to it. But it'll never be $125. It'll never be $120 again. John, thanks for listening. Have a good day, good evening, or restful night's sleep. Ciao.